Hi everyone. I'm glad to actually be back after one entire year, but there was a reason why I've been gone this past year. So, as you guys probably remember, in October of 2020, that was the last time I ever did a YouTube video. And since then, I've been wanting to do other YouTube videos since then, but lately I just have been struggling, throughout the year because since we were in COVID time. So, it just hasn't been anywhere easy from there. So, but ever since that video, some people have been asking me why I have not done a YouTube video since then. And there's a reason why, so that's why I'm here to explain about it. So, if you guys remember from that last video, you guys know that I moved out of my previous home, like where I normally recorded, but since then I lived in a small apartment with my mom and my two sisters. Reason about that is because my parents are currently going through a divorce. So it's been a hard time since then, trying to accept the fact that the 27 years of their lives together is now over. So I'm literally struggling with that because since I've been unaware of most of the situation that have been going on with them until the very end of it. But as you guys probably already know, I'm not in that same location anymore. That's because I'm no longer living with my mom and my little sister anymore. I'm currently living with my older sister in Spokane. So that is the reason why I'm here right now. It's because I'm no longer living in Manson anymore, where it's my hometown. But I wanted to start a new life in Spokane because since I've been putting it away for a long time, and I figured that this is the time for me to actually move over here. So as you guys already know, we're still living in the pandemic right now. So I wasn't actually gonna be planning to move here until after the pandemic was over, but we still don't know when exactly it'll be over but it's just it was just a struggle for me since I was still in Manson and in Chelan during the time. I mean, ever since then, since that day, when we left my family home, we actually left a week before the pandemic hit. So it was just because we left hoping to start a different life altogether, and then this pandemic happened and we were all of a sudden no longer able to go out anymore. We were confined into our houses. But thankfully, me and my older sister and my mom still had our jobs because during then most of the businesses were shutting down because of the pandemic. But because me and my mom and my sister, we were essential workers because since we were working in grocery stores at the time, we've considered it lucky, but it was just a struggle trying to adapt to our normal lives when we had so many restrictions. And so it was just all going normal how it is, going to work and then going back home. But then I hit a dark point in my life that kind of affected me. In March of 2021, I was I was at home when my manager was was on her way back from a camping trip, and she unfortunately told me that she lost her son to suicide. So I basically hit a dark point at that time because I'm so close to the family right now, and to believe he's now gone, that's just the part that was just hard for me because after he because after it happened, my manager was gone. She was gone for about close to 6 months, and it was just hard for me trying to work there at Safeway without her because, as you guys already know, she was a work mom to me. She was like a mom to me. So not having her there was actually one of the places that basically never felt like home anymore. Because when I'm at home, I have my mom there with me, and when I'm at work, I had her there. But to go to work and not have her there anymore, because I always wanted to go to work there just to see her again, because since I'm super close to her, but just not having her there was definitely the downfall for me. I mean, I struggled emotionally and physically just not having her there, not having her advice there. I mean, she would come over and visit us once in a while, but it was just not the same. So like I said before, I've been pushing the idea of moving to Spokane for a long time, for almost about 3 years now. And in July of 2021, my sister Idalia tells me that she got a job here in Spokane and was going to be moving over here. And so that's when I decided, nah, it's time for me to stop pushing school aside and just move over here. So I did continue to struggle while working at Safeway for about another month now, and it was just hard because, like, since I was working multiple positions there at the bakery right there, but I knew that this was the right choice, even though I thought that if I leave, that means I'm leaving everyone I love behind. But I realized I have to. Not just for just for the fact that, like, I've been pushing my own life behind. I thought it's time for me to put my life, like, back on track. So on September 5th of 2021, I left Safeway. I gave my 2 weeks notice 2 weeks before, and 2 weeks later I left. So it's just been one big struggle, like, since I was gone. Like, because I was gonna be leaving the following week, so I had everything packed up, and then I got a call that my sister was sick, so I had to stay behind in Manson one last time, like, for another week until she got better. She got better. Luckily, it wasn't COVID. So we got all my things, and I left on the 16th. And I've been here ever since. I mean, I went back to Manson like twice already, like, to visit family. But it's just different, like, like being there, like, again, because when I go over there, it feels like it's smaller now. Doesn't feel the exact same anymore. I think it's because since I made Spokane my new home. Like, I mean, I was just considering just being here just for school and then moving back, but now I feel like this place is now my new forever home. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Manson will always be my home, but if I want to be somewhere that I feel like I belong, it's going to be here, because here people, like, are more understanding to me. They feel more like appreciated to have me there. I just feel like I belong here. So if you guys also noticed on my YouTube channel, like, you notice that it's no longer called Chili Squad, it's called Merman Aladar. That's because that's my new hobby since I've been here. I'd like to do professional mermaiding. If you don't know what mermaiding is, it's basically where people would dress up as as mermaids or mermen, and they would be swimming with tails. So that's one of the things that I'd like to do. I have actually a few of them down here that I'm going to show you in a little bit. But I do keep in contact with my family since I've left. I keep in contact with my former manager. And I do miss everybody, but I figured this is the only way I had to do if I want to continue on what I want to do. So let me just show you guys what I mean by, like, you know, my tails. So here are a few of my tails. These are the tails I collected. I have a few more, but these are the ones I want to show so far. This one right here, I actually made myself, if you guys can notice. This one right here is a mertailer, which is called the Bass Bliss. And this one's actually my #1 favorite tail because since it's a bass tail, it reminds me a lot about my hometown, because we have bass in our lake. This one right here is just a fin fun tail skin. And I also like this one because of the bright colors, how it is. What's funny is I called this one Mo, after the little creature that was in Finding Nemo, the one called Journey to the Big Water. This one right here is actually one called from Nereid Studios. This tail right here was basically for was from a Chinese company, and the reason why I got this one is because it has all these bright colors right here. I actually called this one Zazu after the bird from The Lion King. And this one right here is my #1 prized possession. This one is called the Golden Giza. And the reason why I like this one so much is because in 2018 I actually wanted this tail, but and I saved up for months to get it. Well, not really for months, but I saved up a lot for to get it. And the day I finally was about to get it, I get talked out of it. So I had to let this tail go. And then in July of 2021, it came back as a part of the program called the Tail of the Month collection. So that's when I finally got it. I basically was able to rebuy the one I wanted. Go after a new one. Because, like I said, in Manson, I felt like I never belonged there. Because I always felt like a total outcast right there. But I definitely feel like I belong here now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Maybe you guys will see me swimming in one of these tails, in these town pools, because we have people here in Spokane that actually do that for a living. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.